Rifles in play, gonna have 3 alongside a UMP and an MP9. Is the MP9 that's taking the fight up mid, and so far ZywOo, he's picked up 3 headshots with it. Solid hold, it was an eco round, but that's money in the bank towards his AWP.
Now, I was gonna say, money in the bank for the AWPer is never a bad thing. I don't think NIP invested anything in that round. Just very, very little. Obviously no armor. But with such a big lead, why even go for that? Which is, I think, their kind of thought process, which is probably why ZywOo survived. So many Glocks shooting at him at that range. It's like the Klob from GoldenEye. They just don't do anything. Shout out to all my 90s gamers out there.
What a classic game that was. Meanwhile, Vitality now have to deal with the superior test of AK-47s, and Apex is going to come out swinging. ZywOo narrowly missing out on that chance. Lekro just hold the line for a few more seconds alongside Rez. But now ZywOo flicks across to get right. This is the half, remember, that they posted up a lot of rounds on Overpass. So you may not write Vitality off just yet. There could be some more twists and turns. And remember, with so much on the line, the Nips start to feel the pressure.
This felt like NIP kind of testing the waters in mid of what exactly they were going to see moving forward. They knew eventually they'd see that AWP on ZywOo, and it's got get right, but I mean, really not even waiting, not even pausing to set up the smokes that we so often see. It's quiet across the map. NIP at least have Rez in a good position. He's a top connector just waiting. Lekro, with plenty of time on the clock, can be very patient, can be very meticulous in how he clears this out. And Vitality, again, falling back into that very passive defense to ensure the round win. They're not willing to take the fights far away from the bomb sites. They want to make sure that everyone is going to be alive. If NIP do get in, do plant that bomb, they'll have enough bodies for the retake. They have 2 kits as well. And NIP have given up the game. Now Alex rotate into Catwalk. He could stop him before they even get into the bomb site. ZywOo completely blind. Rez is going to be exposed from Catwalk. He's got to move forward. There's a kill, but there's 2 for Vitality. 8 seconds. He's going to go for the burst fire, which so often betrays you. And NBK keeps 3 players alive by finishing that off. A 4th round now for the Frenchman.
Actually a pretty important narrow miss with the burst clock. That would have been 3 players dead. So 3 replenished weapons would have severely hurt the economy of Vitality. As it stands, they can replenish no problems, but ZywOo and Alex below $1,000, Apex dead on $1,000, and then IP decide to upgrade with some deagles, but not too much else. Of course, they know that this lead can quickly dwindle if they don't manage their economy properly. That flashbang does catch the player pushing out connector flush in the face, but Forest, he's been doused somewhat, down to 29 health.
Yeah, Nade hurts a little bit more than a flashbang. Alex on Catwalk, Apex and ZywOo very centralized around top connector and window room. Alex and RPK together have pretty much been sticking around this B bomb site. Inside of it, Alex has strayed over towards Catwalk when they're convinced the A bomb site or mid is going to be under an attack, but for the most part, they're playing the buddy system.
Yeah, quite a different style to how Lekro was holding B when he was consistently in B apps and trying to push and look for information. He is now going to be moving over on the B side. Now the timing could not have been worse. Alex switched weapons, but Lekro's not able to capitalize on it. And now Alex and RPK are going to hold on for dear life. Forest 1 on 5 with 29 HP. This would be one of the plays of the major for sure, but it won't be happening. Apex finds him and puts him down.
Plays of the major, that would have been the graffiti play if Forrest pulled that one off.
Oh, yeah.
Not to be. 14-5. Some narrow misses. Lekro almost causes enough havoc at that B bomb site to open things up for his teammates. Probably a little frustrated he couldn't find that kill on Alex, who gets caught with timing and a nade in his hand. Long way to go. Still, NIP now aligning towards this A bomb site. They've tested mid, they just tested B and Catwalk with deagles. Now the A bomb site seems to be under pressure. Alex and ZywOo in mid. Here come the smokes. Here comes a set piece. They want to block that AWP out from having impact. Apex going to step in front of the smokes. He's going to get in before it plumes. Now he's over at triple box, completely blind. This is a tough situation to be in. NBK's going to get 2, though. He's going to hold so well. No one from NIP, any kind of aggression. And NBK, the captain of Vitality, gets 4, and he holds on strong. 6-14. And Vitality do not look phased at all by the scoreline coming into this half.
They did not lose a single point of health in that round either. Everybody 100 by the end of it. What a hold by NBK. Phenomenal work by him. You can see they did look actually quite relaxed. Hand over. The CT side is now 5 unanswered rounds. No plant in amongst those 5 rounds too. Is looking grim for NIP additionally. Mac 10, UMP. They do have max round loss bonus, of course. Molotov gonna draw them out up close and personal. This is where the SMGs could very well get the upper hand. RPK now really needs to hold on for his team, but he's only able to get the one alongside ZywOo. All 3 remainders of the T's, though, are very, very low. Now Apex is finishing them off one by one as he reclaims the site with a 3K.
I think Rez was looking for where the bomb might be and just gets caught, not ready for market. And you're right. I mean, just even though the hold wasn't the strongest we've ever seen, enough damage dealt to be able to mop them up. Vitality inching closer. Now 6 in a row in this second half. And NIP, the scary thing is when Vitality was having that stretch in the early stages of their T half, they had 4 plants in the first 6 rounds. NIP hasn't even gotten close to a bomb site.
Yep. That's exactly it.
Oh dear.
Well, that was just incredibly awkward, and Apex is going to pay the price. Did some damage on his way out, but that's not good enough for Vitality. This really now spreads them thinly. The pressure will be mounting. It's all well and good getting 6 rounds in a row, but when you're 14-1 behind, all it takes is one mistake. One lapse in concentration, and everything can come tumbling down.
It also means because a pick comes out so early in this round that NIP can really slow down the pace. They can wait and see what the reaction. You can see hitting the pause button, letting Lekro just watch and hope that someone from Vitality is going to peek into it. They don't have to be the aggressors and kind of swing into the angle of the AWP. ZywOo was peering over the smoke at the base of Connector. Now blocked off. Oh, and Dennis, that nade gives up the position of Alex. And also the running gives up the fact that he's fallen away. Dennis is going to try and catch him. That's too close for RPK. No backup. This could be NIP getting to map point. Alex has everything to do inside the site. So many different angles. He's tagged down so low. Dennis is going to find him. ZywOo has to do whatever he can. They have to at least try and see if they can make an opportunity for themselves, but it's not to be. NBK in a 1-on-5 can only get the 1.
We've reached that stage, ladies and gentlemen. Ninjas in pajamas have 8 match points. 8 points in which to secure to get to the top 8 of the major. They are so close, it is now tangible. And Vitality don't have any timeouts remaining. It's not as if they can call one to try and slow things down, discuss where things went wrong. I mean, really, that came off the back of Apex just getting caught out in the open.
Yes, you can still recover from that scenario. Obviously, that one hurts. Also, I mean, RPK getting caught in those holes, not able to get anything done. Either way, here we go again. Back to the B bomb site. They want to pressure. That Molotov isn't going to do anything. It's thrown into a smoke. Rez jumps through. His teammates can't follow. His teammates can't do anything about this. RPK is going to be able to hold on. This B rush is stalled out. There's going to be 3 defenders here very, very quickly, and they must find RPK.
Lekro's found Alex, though, so RPK is the last piece of the puzzle. NBK's gone down too. Still smoke in the eyes, and they've called it. They've decided to just spray through the smoke. Why not? ZywOo, though, able to get 1. It's a 2-on-3, and he's down to 40 health. He needs Apex to get a move on through short. ZywOo cannot push through by himself. He needs Apex to draw away some of this fire, and everyone was set up for the play from ZywOo. Allows Apex to strike, but the Ninjas in pajamas, they've done it. They get top 8.
You can see what it means, a historic performance for NIP. It's been 3 years since they were top 8 at a major, and through all the personal struggles, through all the difficulties of the team, they finally made it back. For the Frenchmen, the core, the veterans of that team, RPK, Apex, NBK, they'll have to wait a little bit longer. But this journey from NIP has been rewarded. The first accomplishment is theirs, and they can rejoice. Our desk is ready. They'll be with you to talk you through it.
That's right, the Ninjas in Pajamas have done it. Got a little scary there early on in this second half, but fear not. NIP are here, and they're here to stay for what is going to be the championship stage of the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice Major. And after what was a 14-round sort of just, I don't even know where to start, Chad.
Yeah, 14-1 in the first half. That's pretty crazy, right? That felt like it was never going to get taken away from them at any point. I think when you look at all those clutches, Dennis, you know, he's been so harsh on himself. The community's done the same, but he stepped up in the moment that's mattered, and he's been the top fragger here in the map to get them across the line. Fantastic scenes from NIP.
Yeah, and I mean, we said before the match started, Dennis needed to come up big, and he did.
Yeah.
In both of these games that NIP won in this series, he was, in my eyes, one of the biggest performers.
Yeah, and I mean, those numbers would speak for themselves. You can see the sort of defeat and dismay there on the side of Vitality, and rightfully so. Guys, we need to say a few words perhaps as to what their run has been. I mean, this was a true run through into the major.
Yeah, and I think that what they've done is they've really set up some big building blocks for the French scene in the future just based on the way that they've played Counter-Strike throughout this tournament. We've got to see some really good things from XIII, but also the other members have stepped on up. They've played a brand of Counter-Strike that I don't think the French have ever touched before, especially at this level. So all things said and done, they're going to be heartbroken right now, but positive signs for the future.
Heartbroken is one thing, positive is another, and that is exactly what Ninjas in Pajamas find themselves in right now. We do have Dennis on the sidelines with Frankie. We're going to get some insight as to how that's going down there.
As Moses said, after nearly 3 years, Ninjas in Pajamas have finally got their legend status back. How does it feel to be going to the top 8, Dennis?
I mean, it feels great, of course, and I think we're gonna do great. So I'm very satisfied.
Now, I don't know if I owe you an apology, but I have had some messages saying I jinxed you in that second map, Dennis. What happened, in fact, on Overpass?
Actually, I wanted to make it interesting. The whole team did, so we made it go to the third map.
Faking. It's one of your specialities, isn't it, Dennis? Now, how did you get your motivation back to bring it home in that third map?
I just tried to focus on myself again, and we all did. We just said, let's go this last map. We knew we were good on Mirage, and then we did it.
And what is it like to be part of this roster, Dennis?
It's great. We have a lot of fun, and it's an awesome. They're awesome, so we have a lot of fun, and it's great. Yeah.
And those fans are here for you now, so I should let you get to them in a moment. But I do just want to ask about being under a team with the legendary Forest, because again, we're still asking ourselves, how is he still so good?
I don't know, actually. He's just good.
Maybe one day he'll talk to me and I can ask him myself. Well, congratulations, Dennis. Go celebrate with the team. We're going to see you